That's the thing in Sudbury. It's like, it might be incredibly hot in the summer, but then you're always not that far from a lake.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go and hang out. What is the commute like in Sudbury?
There really isn't a commute. There's a rush couple minutes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not even a rush hour.
Yeah.
Rush 10 minutes.
Yeah. Welcome to the TNT Real Estate Podcast, where we spark conversations that set you up for real estate success. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Tanya, and each week we bring you expert tips on navigating Northern Ontario's real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, we've got the tools to help you thrive.
Welcome back to the TNT Podcast. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Tanya, and we are two Sudbury realtors. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on what it's actually like to live in Greater Sudbury.
So, people, research, there's been lots of people coming into Sudbury for jobs, for, pace of life, lifestyle. And we're going to debunk, maybe put some little tidbits in people's heads about what it's actually like about living in Sudbury.
We're going to make it a little more personal, what it's actually like here, not just your big nickel, Science North,
right.
What you see when you Google Sudbury and Sudbury living.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about actually living in Sudbury.
Right.
And, it's kind of from two different perspectives because you are a Sudbury native.
Right. The longest I've been away was probably 3 weeks, and that was when I was in real estate school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a transplant, but I've
You're a
been here
transplant.
more than anywhere else, I guess, over 20 years now.
Right.
So crazy.
Did you
Did I
lived
what?
here longer than anywhere else? I was going to say if you were raised in Montreal, but
Yeah,
no,
'cause I'm
because
more
you went
than 40.
You went to school. Dang, girl.
Yeah, I know.
Good job.
It's a long time.
Welcome.
All right.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for keeping me here. Thanks for not kicking me out of Sudbury yet.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so our first question is, what is the best neighborhood for families?
Okay, so if you were to ask me this 5 years ago, I would have had a different answer.
Really?
Yeah. I would have said 5 years ago it was probably New Sudbury.
I thought you were still saying it's New Sudbury.
I'm not going to say New Sudbury.
Okay.
So New Sudbury is going through a little transition right now. We have a ton of students that Cambrian, and we have Boreal right down the street. So we have a lot of students, we have a lot of student rentals kind of popping up and stuff. And so I feel like only for that reason, I'm going to put New Sudbury maybe in second place, because there is still a ton of areas of New Sudbury that I think are amazingly family focused. But I'm going to give this one probably to the Valley. Like there's so much going on in the Valley. There's new schools popping up all the time. They have a fantastic, sports complex. There's a pool, there's gyms, there's anything you could really need, especially for families, is in the Valley. And so we also have like 2 or 3 arenas in the Valley. New Sudbury has 0 arenas.
Oh, yeah.
And we're a hockey town.
That's true.
And so like if you don't have the essential sport that all kids should play.
Yeah, and you do have nice outdoor rinks, right? You have some parks and some outdoor rinks, right? And I think, my answer to this would probably be more South End.
Right.
Depends on
South End is high on my list
depends
too.
on what you're looking for, but like the South End does have proximity to trails, lakes, and that type of thing. I guess in the Valley you do have like Whitson and a few other lake access, but that's kind of why I gravitate more towards the South End, because there's that sort of outdoorsy kind of lifestyle there.
Right.
And there's lots to do too as well. And South End, Sudbury.
Kiwi Park is a huge attraction for families. South End is probably second on my list, followed by, like, if we want to do like top 5, like I love Azilda for families too. True. Even all the little outskirts, Lively.
You can go on Whitewater Lake and do some ice fishing.
Right.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 10 questions to get through, so we should go fast.
Yeah. Okay.
We should go faster.
Okay, so let's go question number 2. What is the commute like in Sudbury? Moving to Sudbury.
A commute. There really isn't a commute.
Well, there's a rush minute.
There's a rush couple minutes. Yeah, for sure. Like leaving the university, I find, like, because I kind of live near there, like there's always that 3:30, 4 o'clock rush.
Right.
And then out to the Valley, sometimes if you're going to the Valley for 5, you're sort of in that rush 10 minutes. Not even a rush hour. Rush 10 minutes.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
there's no highways.
Especially when you're talking to somebody coming from the GTA and they're thinking like 401 traffic or, we don't get it.
And a lot of people work shift work here too. So I think that probably helps with some of our rush hour. So you get areas like the university is busy going out to the valley. Sometimes Kingsway can be kind of busier if there's construction, right? Construction's always an issue, but otherwise you're 10 minutes to anywhere.
Right.
That's what I love.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
So I'm never more than 5 minutes late.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Okay. Number 3, what's the school situation in Sudbury?
Okay, so this one's actually interesting because we started this school thing. Like my oldest just went to school this year, and so we kind of looked at this a little deeper than we would typically do. So I mean, I talked to my sister, and she lives down in Etobicoke, and obviously there's like a ton of kids there, and she's like, okay, if we don't get on the list within a year of going to school, like we're not going to get into this ideal school. And they're very district focused. It's kind of like the States, like when you talk to like an American realtor and they're like, yeah, like it's a school district. But I find like Sudbury doesn't, besides like a couple schools that have maybe a bad reputation, we don't really have a great district and a subpar district. Like all the schools in Sudbury I feel like are fine to send your kids to.
And it's kind of, we have 4 school boards, right? So often I find it's divided on language, first of all, French and English school boards. We've got 2 English, 2 French. So you've got the public and the Catholic.
Right.
And then you've got the Catholic French and the public French as well. So CSP GNO and CSC CNO or something. Yeah. And so in any community in which you live, you have access to those 4 schools. Yeah. So you get basically your choice. Right. I suppose, if you wanted your kids to be in either or, and we've kind of experienced everything actually. We've started with French public, then French Catholic, English Catholic, and then English public for high school. Yeah. My kids have been in every school board, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, the schools are great and you basically have access to everything.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So question number 4 would be, how are taxes in Sudbury?
Okay, so this is probably different than if people are coming from a larger city, right? Larger city, larger tax base. So therefore, the tax rate is a lot lower. Yeah. We tend to have a higher tax rate because we have such a huge amount of city to cover and a lot of infrastructure. Right. So just be prepared to pay more taxes. Yep. So I'd say probably your typical $500,000 to $600,000 house, you're probably looking at what, $5,000 in taxes?
Yeah, I was going to say high 4s, 5s.
Yeah, high 4s for sure, close to 5. And then if you're into buying a $700,000 valued home, you're probably closer to $6,000 or $7,000 annually. Yep. And if you're in water, you're well over $10,000. Yeah. If you're on a lake. Yeah. Yep. So if you want a luxury home on water, probably more like 11 to 12, 13,000. I find. Yeah, especially at Ramsey, Nepawan, like the in-town lakes for sure. Yeah. But you can sort of work that into your carrying costs of your home as well, right? I mean, if you're looking at maybe a lower priced home and having that affordability, just be prepared to pay higher taxes. Yep. All right. Question number 5. What is the weather actually like? Because we are so far north. Yeah, I was going to say, you caught me on a good day because like if it was yesterday, it was cloudy, I'd be like, the weather sucks. But I mean... The weather is good. I mean, obviously we're northern, so we have a long winter, longer than it should be, in my opinion, but I don't have a say in that, unfortunately. But yeah, so cold in the winter, the spring and fall are beautiful. You get all sorts of different colors on the trees. It's, sweater weather, pumpkin spice weather. I like it. And then the summer gets hot. Like the summer is hot. Like some days, high 30s. 40, you might hit 40 on a random day. But then you just go jump in a lake. You'd go jump in a lake. That's the thing in Sudbury. It's like, it might be incredibly hot in the summer, but then you're always not that far from a lake. Yeah, exactly. You just go and hang out. That's awesome. So yeah, weather good for maybe 6 months. Maybe longer though. Maybe a longer winter. If we could extend summer, I'd be happy. Yeah. Happier. Okay. Now, question number 6. What do people do for fun? Okay. What do people do for fun? It really depends who you are and what you like to do. Right. But one of the jewels that we have in our region is the lakes. I mean, that's a huge draw. And so much green space and parks, not too far from here. So you've got beautiful Killarney Park to go to. You can go up to halfway. But within our greater city, we have so much beautiful geography. So what I love to do for fun is go to, festivals and things that are happening in Bell Park, because that was kind of our first draw when we first moved here. We lived kind of close to Bell Park. I didn't really realize how nice it was to live near the park. And we were the type of people who didn't love to really drive a lot because we had lived in cities before. So we kind of always wanted to be able to walk to like a restaurant or walk to a lake, that type of thing. And so that's what we do. We like to go for walks, and we like to go camping, hiking, and to go for nice dinners. I think that's fun. Yeah. But also there's so much more outdoor stuff too, right? And a lot more motorized type things that you can do, like snow machines and
we're definitely an outdoor city, I would say.
Lots of trails, right? And especially in the valley, like if you're into that sort of like quadding and that type of thing.
Yeah, there's never ending trails.
Trails everywhere.
Yeah. The only thing I would add to that, like obviously we're outside, we're nature focused. I would say like we have a pretty good patio. We have a pretty good patio season. Mm-hmm. So it's like restaurant, your appetizer, patio, sit on a patio. So, I mean, we don't get to enjoy that too often because we have 3 kids running around, but hey.
But if you can get downtown, maybe go to Wander, have a nice patio, glass of wine.
Respect,
so good. Yep. I can't wait for summer. Mm-hmm. Okay, so question number 7 for you, Tyler.
Right.
Where do the wealthy people live?
Okay, wealthy
What's
people.
Where do
they live? I was going to say, where do we live?
Where do we live?
Okay, so I would say the wealthy people live on lakes. Ramsey, Nepewan, Long Lake, Frenchman Lake. Like I would say wealthy people live on lakes, but there's also a ton of wealthy people that don't want to live on a lake that have acreage. So you have a castle on 10 acres and you're private. If you like the hustle and bustle, I would say like there are neighborhoods like Coursey Hill is a good spot where wealthier people live. That whole kind of end of Kirkwood area, like there's beautiful houses back there, not necessarily on water. So I mean there's all sorts of places in every district of the city there are wealthy people that have all sorts of different types of house. But I would say if you're wealthy in Sudbury or you're growing up and you want to be wealthy in Sudbury, your goal is to live on a lake or acreage.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with all of those. I would also say there's little pockets like in the hospital area. There's a few like really large old homes,
right?
That sell over $1 million, and they're beautiful, they're big, they're historical, not with the historic, plaque.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of those homes as well. That's where some wealthy people like to live.
Yeah. Laura, I would say Laura's stunning.
The top of Laura.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Cool. Okay. What is the average home price in Sudbury? Let's say Greater Sudbury.
Okay. That's a very good question. I mean, it varies kind of month to month. I would say it's just a little more than $500,000, between $500,000 to $550,000, depending on the season and depending what you're looking for.
Yep.
And that's really, really affordable for most 2-income households or people kind of starting out as a first-time home buyer. It's highly achievable. So it's kind of our average home price.
Yeah, and I mean, if you talk to people from bigger centers, actually really most of the country, that like I've clients in from BC this week, and they're like, oh my god, like this is the house you can get for $500,000 because they're in BC it's
$1 million, so you get something that
they're like half the price and double the house. It's great.
Yeah. So that's amazing. And even then, like even to say the average being 500, you can still get a pretty, livable home in the $300,000 range, like low 300s to move in and own your own house.
Right.
It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's not a small condo.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Question number 9. What is the job market like?
I would say, so we went to the mayor's lunch last week, which is the I guess it's the state of the city. But so the job market is really good. Like we have the most jobs in Sudbury that we've ever had. We hit that record last year. And so lots of people think it's a mining town, so it's very blue collar and blah, blah, blah. But it has, especially in the last 20 years, I would say it has transformed out of that. Blue collars, it's still very strong, but blue collar jobs pay, 6 figures now. And so, blue collar. You have the CRA, which is a huge employer. You have 3 post-secondary institutions that are huge employers. We have a massive job market, and it's not only about working in mining, although it is. I know it's a big part, and that's where our history lies. So we don't really want to get out of that, but it's all over.
Mining and sort of the resource industry is the backbone. It's where Sudbury was founded on, basically.
Yeah. Tons of engineers too.
Diversified so much, and now there's so much more education and healthcare type jobs. Yeah. So, that's fantastic.
Yep.
Growing city. All right.
Okay, last but not least.
I like this one.
Yeah. What should you do on your first weekend?
Okay, so I would consider this like your first weekend visit. You're visiting Sudbury, kind of getting to know the place. You're thinking about moving here. First thing I would do, let's say you get up on a Friday, go to sleep, wake up early on a Saturday, go for a nice walk at Bell Park. So maybe the sun has already risen, you don't get up too early, but you have that sort of, morning sunshine on the boardwalk is beautiful. So I
stop by Salute on your way there.
Yes, grab a nice coffee. And go for a nice walk on the boardwalk. Yeah, then maybe you go downtown for a lunch, go to a patio. Yeah. Maybe you go to the Buddha or somewhere else and have a nice little lunch. And where would you finish off dinner?
Well, what are you going to do in between lunch and dinner?
I don't know. I like to go for shopping maybe.
Right.
Yeah, maybe some little vintage stores, Kathleen Street.
I mean, if you're going down to the Buddha, you could walk downtown. There's a bunch of nice little boutique stores down there.
Yeah.
And then dinner, where do you go on your first? Where would you go? I would send them to the Cuisina, because you can never ever have a bad meal at the Cuisina.
True.
It's good. It's like, it's good. I would say that was a spot. I was also going to say Respects.
Yeah, I was going to say Respect.
But you can't do lunch downtown and also dinner downtown unless you want that. So I would say Buddha, I think, is a good spot for lunch. Cuisina is, a fantastic restaurant that will never ever ever steer you wrong.
Yeah. It's a nice dinner, you go to bed after. But if you're going to downtown to Respect, you go have a nice dinner, then you go to Wander, you have wine, and then finish up
at the Night Owl.
I love that. Have a nice bougie cocktail at the Night Owl. Yep. I love it.
I like it.
And then the next day, you go out of the city a little bit, out of the city core, and go out towards like Lively, Chelmsford. I would actually say go to AY Jackson if it's the nice weather, or if it's fall especially.
Okay.
Go to AY Jackson fall. AY Jackson.
I feel bad. What is AY Jackson?
You don't know what AY Jackson is? It's past Onaping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like not Onaping Falls.
Well, maybe that's what it's called. Maybe that's what you think of it. But it's AY Jackson.
It's called
Falls.
AY Jackson. Okay.
Yeah. You're going to have to look it up.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's beautiful. It's just like a little hike. There's like a little bridge at the end. Beautiful falls.
Okay. Yeah. It's got to be on Onaping Falls. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you do on day 2? Finish up.
Day 2, breakfast again, because I'm a big breakfast person. But you got to find somewhere. So if you're doing like a coffee-ish breakfast on Saturday, you're doing like maybe Benny or maybe like Jack's Diner, like something like that's what I would do. Like something like a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And then I'm with you. I either go to Onaping Falls or send them on a day trip to like Killarney. Killarney would be cool. Fish and chips for lunch.
Yes.
Or fish and chips for dinner if you're doing like a big hike.
I love that.
And then you're back in town.
Hike the crack.
Yep.
I love it. See, there's so many things to do in Sudbury.
Right.
I love it. Okay, so quickly, rapid fire.
Let's do rapid fire.
Okay.
Is Sudbury safe?
Yes. It's, like any city, it has its little pockets of whatever. I wouldn't even say it's unsafe. Yeah, a little grunge somewhere.
Yep.
But I'd say for the most part, it's very safe.
Yep.
Okay. Next question for you, Tyler. Is it bilingual?
Oui,
certainement.
Oui. I am not bilingual, but the city is bilingual. I mean, I mean, if you're only English, like I wouldn't say don't move to Sudbury because it's French or like it's like
you'd be
more
surprised
bilingual.
by how much French there is.
There is, lots. The majority of people can probably speak both languages. I am not in the majority.
There you go.
So I know
a minority.
We. Can you survive in Sudbury without a car?
Yes, you can survive without a car, but it's not that comfortable.
No.
It's not a great transit city. I mean, my kids used transit when they had jobs and didn't have their licenses yet.
Yep.
So you can get around, but it's challenging.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. My answer to that would be no.
Yeah. Okay. How about, do people actually like living here?
Yeah, I would say like the majority of people do, but then
I've stayed.
Yeah, and like, but I mean, then you look at like the chat threads, and I guess that's always like the complainers always complain. So like, there's so many people that are like, oh, I gotta get out of here. And I'm like, okay, go, there you go. But I mean, I think if why you're coming to Sudbury is for the lifestyle, is for it's just to enjoy and be around nature. It's a great place to raise kids. Like. Yeah. It's good. It's good.
I agree on all those points.
Yeah. This is a good one. Our food scene. What's our food scene like?
Our food scene is getting better. I mean, I know when we first moved here, it was really, sorry for the Italians, but it was just Italian restaurants.
Right.
And I was never too excited by that. But now we have a lot more diversity and a lot more interesting foods, for sure. I think we could still use a really fantastic restaurant. So if there's anybody who wants to move to Sudbury to give us something elevated, fantastic, that would be great. But no, it's definitely grown and got a lot better. We've got great new venues. We even have 46 North, I think, the brewery, that type of thing. Yeah.
I think good Indian restaurants, good curry restaurants.
Great. We have a great Thai restaurant as well. Yeah. We love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say we have a good scene that could get better.
It could get better. So please come and open your restaurants.
Yeah. No more steakhouses, please.
All right. What is the biggest misconception about living in Sudbury?
That it's a mining town and all we do is go underground and bring up ore and send it to build electric cars or whatever it is. We're no longer just a mining town. We're way diversified from 3 decades ago. Biggest misconception is that we're a mining town,
or that it's like a moonscape, right? I mean, there's that was kind of put up a long time ago.
Yeah. Actually,
it's beautiful here.
So I sold a house. It must have been like 7 years ago, and it was my dad's best friend. They grew up together. He moved to Edmonton or Calgary. I think it might have been Calgary. So his parents had passed. He came home just to sell their house. And he's like, it looks totally different. Obviously it was, 40 years ago or 30 years ago was probably the last time he was here. But he's like, I can't believe it looks like a total different city. Yeah. So I forget who said it, but they said if you haven't been to Sudbury in the last 10 years, you haven't been to Sudbury at all.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Good. So would you live here?
Of course. I do live here. Yeah. And I won't leave.
Me neither.
Unless
right
it's
now.
to the sunshine. I'm just thinking Florida would be nice. The sunshine.
Don't say Florida. Don't say Florida. But vacations are always nice. Yeah. Everybody needs a vacation from life. Right. If this was helpful, please share it with somebody who's maybe looking or interested in Sudbury.
Or if you disagree with any of our points, please drop them in the comments. We do read the comments, and that's how we build our episodes, is from the comments. So please steer us wrong, or please correct us, and we'll see you on the next one.